Alright. Voici la partie numéro 5 du joueur d'échecs écrit par Stefan Zweig. On va dans un premier temps la lire en français et ensuite la traduire en anglais, phrase par phrase, et expliquer la structure grammaticale quand il y a quelque chose d'intéressant qu'on voit. This is part number 5 of Le joueur d'échecs, written by Stefan Zweig. First, I'm gonna read it in French, and then I'm gonna analyze the grammatical structure a little bit and translate from French to English. For the people who didn't subscribe to the channel yet, I would appreciate for you to do it. If you like the channel, it's important for the YouTube algorithm. And if you subscribe to the channel and click the bell next to it, then you're warned when there is new video on the channel, and that's good. So, c'est parti pour la lecture. C'est ainsi qu'une petite ville de province yougoslave fut le théâtre d'un événement des plus palpitants, et que ses notables au grand complet assistèrent au début sensationnel de ce champion villageois. À l'unanimité, on décida de retenir en ville le jeune prodige jusqu'au lendemain, pour pouvoir informer de sa présence les autres membres du club, et surtout pour prévenir dans son château le vieux comte Simčić, un fanatique du jeu d'échecs. Le curé, qui regardait son pupille avec une fierté toute nouvelle, ne pouvait cependant pas, malgré la joie de cette découverte, négliger ses devoirs dominicaux. Il se déclara prêt à laisser Mirko à ces messieurs, pour qu'il fît mieux encore ses preuves. Le jeune Čentović fut alors installé à l'hôtel, aux frais des joueurs, et il vit, ce soir-là, pour la première fois de sa vie, un cabinet muni d'une chasse d'eau. Le dimanche après-midi suivant, dans une salle comble, Mirko demeura assis sans bouger 4 heures durant devant l'échiquier et sans prononcer une parole, ni même lever les yeux. Il vainquit tous ses adversaires. Quelqu'un proposa une partie simultanée. On eut 1000 peines à expliquer au Rusto qu'on entendait par là le faire jouer seul contre plusieurs partenaires. Mais sitôt que Mirko eut compris le principe, il s'exécuta sans retard, alla lentement d'une table à l'autre en faisant craquer ses gros souliers et, pour finir, gagna 7 parties sur 8. Alors commencèrent de longues délibérations. Bien que le nouveau champion ne fût pas un ressortissant de la ville au sens étroit du mot, l'esprit de clocher se réveilla très fort. Qui sait si la petite localité, dont l'existence était à peine révélée sur la carte, n'allait pas s'illustrer pour la première fois en donnant au monde un homme célèbre? Un impresario nommé Keller, qui s'occupait d'habitude seulement de fournir des chansons et des chanteuses au cabaret de la garnison, s'offrit à conduire le jeune phénomène à Vienne, chez un maître remarquable, disait-il, qui achèverait de l'initier à son art. Il fallait seulement que l'on voulût bien pourvoir aux frais d'un an de séjour dans la capitale. Le comte Simčić, qui, en 60 ans de pratique quotidienne, n'avait jamais rencontré d'adversaire aussi étonnant, signa un chèque sur le champ. Ainsi commença l'extraordinaire carrière de ce fils de batelier. Alright, nothing specific to say about the text here. I'm gonna translate it right away and see what's going on. C'est ainsi qu'une petite ville de province yougoslave fut le théâtre d'un événement des plus palpitants et que ses notables au grand complet assistèrent au début sensationnel de ce champion villageois. That's how a tiny town of Yugoslav province became the theater, like the stage of an event of the most exciting, and that the notable, it's like notables. It's like the noun coming from notable, like people with who are famous or who have a good reputation, who have power. Les notables au grand complet, like the big whole, meaning all of them, assistèrent au début sensationnel de ce champion villageois. Assistèrent to attend. They attended to the sensational beginning, start of this champion, like coming from a village. À l'unanimité, on décida de retenir en ville le jeune prodige jusqu'au lendemain pour pouvoir informer de sa présence les autres membres du club. Anonymously, we decided to keep, retenir, like to hold someone, to keep someone in town, the young prodigy, until the day after. Le lendemain, dans le discours indirect, in indirect speech, means the day after. That's interesting. Pour pouvoir informer de sa présence les autres membres du club, in order to inform about his presence the other members of the club. Et surtout pour prévenir dans son château le vieux comte Simchis, un fanatique du jeu d'échecs. And mainly to prévenir is not to prevent, it's to warn. To warn in his castle, the old comte, it's the same word in English, I guess, like it's a title of noblesse. Un fanatique du jeu d'échecs, a fanatic of chess. Voilà, le vocabulaire sur la gauche. Le curé, the priest, qui regardait son pupille avec une fierté toute nouvelle, who was looking at his pupil, his like protégé, with a pride, toute nouvelle that's brand new, like a brand new pride, like he never had this feeling before regarding this protégé. Ne pouvait cependant pas, couldn't, malgré la joie de cette découverte, despite the joy of this discovery, négliger ses devoirs communicaux. Négliger, to neglect. Devoirs dominicaux. Dominico, ça vient de dominical, au pluriel dominico. Domingo, c'est dimanche en espagnol. Domingo, c'est about Sunday. So, to neglect his Sunday task. Sunday, why? Because he's from the church, and that's when you have to do your things, when you work for the church. Il se déclara prêt à laisser Mirko à ces messieurs, pour qu'il fît mieux encore ses preuves. He announced he was ready to leave that guy, Mirko, to this gentleman, monsieur, in order for him to do even better, like to prove himself even more, faire ses preuves. Le jeune Tchentovitch fut alors installé à l'hôtel. The young guy was finally installed at the hotel. Aux frais des joueurs, frais it's expenses, like fees, expensive, at the expenses of the players. Et il vit ce soir-là pour la première fois de sa vie un cabinet muni d'une chasse d'eau. And he saw, il vit, when you see il vit and you just begin in French, you're just a beginner and you're like, oh, il vit, it's he lives. No, here it's passé simple du verbe to see, voir, becomes vit. Et il vit ce soir-là, and he saw that evening for the first time in his life, a toilet with a flush. Le dimanche après-midi suivant, dans une salle comble, Mirko demeura assis sans bouger 4 heures durant devant l'échiquier et sans prononcer une parole, ni même lever les yeux. Il vainquit tous ses adversaires. On the next Saturday afternoon, in a completely whole room, Mirko remained seated without moving for 4 hours straight in front of the chessboard and without pronouncing any word. He was just playing. He wasn't saying anything. He wasn't talking to anybody. Not even like raising his eyes. He was staring at the chessboard and he was not even looking around or looking at the people watching him play. Il vainquit tous ses adversaires. Vaincre, to defeat someone. Il vainquit tous ses adversaires. He defeated all his adversaries, all his opponents. Quelqu'un proposa une partie simultanée. I'm not quite sure about the translation of partie simultanée. You will understand if I say someone offered a simultaneous game. Simultaneous game meaning he is playing on his side against multiple people. Like I'm making a move here. I'm making a move here, and he moves. I'm making a move here. You can play against 2 people, 4 people, 10 people if you want when you play chess. It's less difficult than people might think because when you're good at chess, you really know what's going on. When you're playing multiple games at the same time, your brain, it works. It's not as crazy as it might seem. So, someone offered a simultaneous game. On eut 1000 peines à expliquer au Rusto qu'on entendait par là le faire jouer seul contre plusieurs partenaires. We had like 1000 struggles to explain to this guy unpolished, or Rusto the unpolished, what we heard, what we meant, by simultaneous game, and that it was to make him play by himself against multiple partners, multiple opponents, jouer seul, to play by himself. Mais sitôt que Mirko eut compris le principe, but as soon as Mirko understood the idea, like the principle, not sure, the idea, the concept, as soon as he understood the concept, he started doing it with no delay, like right away, sans retard. Alla lentement d'une table à l'autre en faisant craquer ses gros souliers et, pour finir, gagna 7 parties sur 8. Alla lentement was going slowly from one table to another and faisant craquer, like to make his big shoes, souliers, to make his big shoes crack. So maybe he was hitting the floor with them. I don't know. Et pour finir, and to finish, he managed to win 7 games out of 8. And look at the structure, it's interesting. Out of, sur les 8. Gagna 7 parties sur les 8. On the 8 in French. Out of 8 in English. Interesting. More vocabulary for you. There. Good. Ensuite, deuxième paragraphe. Petit paragraphe. Alors commencèrent de longues délibérations. So started very long deliberations. Bien que le nouveau champion ne fût pas un ressortissant de la ville au sens étroit du mot, even though the new champion wasn't like, if we say un ressortissant, it's like a foreign national. Someone coming from, let's say we're in France and there is someone coming from Spain and he's living in France, like he's well integrated and stuff, we can call him a foreign national. Un ressortissant français, par exemple. Ou ressortissant espagnol, je sais pas. And in this situation, it just means he was not from the city. We are just gonna pay attention to the meaning of the words rather than the whole sense here. Ne fut pas un ressortissant de la ville au sens étroit du mot. So he was not like from the city, okay? He was not from the city au sens étroit du mot. It's like in the narrow sense of the word if we take it literally, but more precisely it's like specifically. It would mean specifically. L'esprit de clocher, that's interesting. L'esprit de clocher, it's a saying. It's what you would say to describe someone who's very attached to the place where he's from or where he lives, and also with the people he's surrounded by. Se réveilla très fort. So even if he was not from there, people from there were like paying attention to him and like they wanted him to be part of the town. He was not from there, but they considered him because he was just starting and he was there at this moment. They wanted him from the town, like he was part of it now. Qui sait si la petite localité dont l'existence était à peine relevée sur la carte, who knows if the tiny location, like the tiny town, tiny city, whose existence was just a tiny bit revealed on the map, saying it was so small that on the map there is just like a dot, maybe just a dot and the name of the town or the village. But when you are a bigger town, let's say again Paris, then you have more information and there are the lakes and the rivers and what else. N'allait pas s'illustrer pour la première fois en donnant au monde un homme célèbre? They're asking the question. Was he not gonna s'illustrer? It would be literally to illustrate yourself, okay? But it would mean to show how good you are, for the first time by giving the world to show the world a famous man. So that's the question they're asking. Is this guy not the guy they need for them to become famous as a city? This genius or something of chess. More vocabulary. It's a lot of interesting vocabulary actually here. Good. Un impresario nommé Keller, qui s'occupait d'habitude seulement de fournir des chansons et des chanteuses au cabaret de garnison, s'offrit à conduire le jeune phénomène à Vienne chez un maître remarquable, disait-il, qui achèverait de l'initier à son art. An impresario named Keller who usually took care only of providing songs and singers to the cabaret of the garrison. How do you say that? Garrison of the garrison. Garrison, it's like a group of soldiers, like in a town. A given group of soldiers in a town, it's the garrison. And cabaret, probably an English word today as well. Cabaret, today it would be a strip club, but we cannot really compare 2020's strip clubs, 2020 strip clubs, and the ones 70 years ago. It's a bit different, but it's a strip club today, a cabaret. He offered to drive the young phenomenon to Vienna to a remarkable master of chess, obviously. Disait-il, he was saying, or he was pretending at least, who would manage to achieve him, initiate his art, because he was starting with his art, playing chess, and he needed a master in order for him to make it perfect. Il fallait seulement que l'on voulût bien pourvoir aux frais d'un an de séjour dans la capitale. Someone just needed to pay, like, pourvoir aux frais de séjour de un an. Les frais de séjour, séjour, it's like when you do linguistic trips or something. This trip, it's called séjour. And someone had to pay for 1 year abroad, outside of the capital, and someone had to pay. Le comte Simčič, qui en 60 ans de pratique quotidienne, here there is an important information that is said indirectly. This guy, le comte Simčič, who in more than 60 years of daily practice, so even if he started at the age of 5, quite unlikely, so or maybe let's say he started playing at the age of 5 every single day, he would be 65 by now. So we have an information about that person, that person is old. After in 65 years of daily practice quotidienne, daily, that's interesting, n'avait jamais rencontré d'adversaire aussi étonnant. Never encountered an opponent that étonnant, astonishing, surprising. Signa un chèque sur le champ. Check, as you can see, it's like check. He wrote a check right away, sur le champ, right away. Ainsi commença l'extraordinaire carrière de ce fils de batelier. And this way started the extraordinary career of this son of a boatman. We had it before, batelier, boatman. So basically, I guess it's a good part of the book. Mainly regarding the vocabulary and the structure, we learned quite a lot, and honestly, I learned something in English by studying it. So I'm gonna write down the vocabulary naturally, as usual, in the comments. If you have any question, feel free to ask it in the comments. If you have any comments, feel free to type it in the comments as well, obviously. And I'll see you next time for part 6 as soon as I can. I prepare it and I upload it on YouTube. Bye, take care.